So, Joe, the reason why I asked you to come down, I'm sorry, I'm eating. It's like this sausage pizza they make here. This is like we're down in this neighborhood. I come from here since I'm like 5 years old. I've been getting this pizza, but I wanted you to come down because I know you voted this place the best pizza place in New York. So I was really just
I didn't vote. The people of New York voted.
Oh, even better.
The people of New York. I mean, we had hundreds of thousands of votes from pizzerias all over the tri-state, Jersey, Connecticut, Westchester, Long Island, Brooklyn, all the boroughs. And Louie and Ernie's came out #1.
It's the funny thing about that is this place, when I was a kid, the only time we ever got pizza when I was growing up was come from a poor family close by here, but my grandfather used to bet on the horses, OTB, right over in Westchester Square over here. And on Sundays, if he would win, he'd come over here and pick up 2 or 3 pies and bring them home to my house. I had 9 brothers and sisters. The only time we ever ate pizza when I was a kid.
And if you didn't win, no pizza.
You didn't win. You got a big bowl of elbow macaroni and tomato soup, and my mother would throw milk in and spread it out, But no, this place has been around. This place originally was in Harlem when I think they might have been related to the original Louie and Ernie, but Ernie sold John and Cosmo this place in 1987. They were working here when they first moved here. I think it was in the 40s or 50s.
1959, I heard.
Something like that, yeah. And they moved it here. And then these guys were working here. And then in '87, they bought it out. And they've been here for whatever it is, 32, 35 years, whatever it is.
Wow.
But this place goes, my wife was going here since before I knew her when she was a kid. And I was actually born 1 block away from here on Crosby Avenue. And I was baptized across the street at St. Benedict's Church. So this place is really near. So when I heard that you were involved with New York voting at the best pizza, and I looked it up online, so the picture be out front. I was like, man, I gotta go, we gotta eat there one day.
A lot of history here. There's a lot of history here. Could you imagine the Cadillacs that were outside here in 1959 when they opened with those big fins?
Well, there's plenty of Cadillacs out there now, but
well, yours is out there, mine's out there.
They look very different than the Cadillacs back in those days.
Yes.
I don't know if you remember, but back then, if you were Italian and you lived in a neighborhood like this, you were somewhere in life if you got your Cadillac. So we used to see, remember the El Dorado Ritz? That was big popular here, and also Coupe de Ville. Coupe de Ville. I mean, I'm sure you probably had one back in the day.
Oh yeah. I mean, everybody. If you were Italian, it was like a main you had to have it.
Yeah. Well, here in this neighborhood, the most popular version was like the black El Dorado Ritz with either the beige or the red interior. But every once in a while, you'd see a Coupe de Ville go by, and everybody was scratching their head going, "I bet he's going to Country Club. I bet he lives in Country Club." Because that's right across the way.
And I'll bet you right now they never put a pizza inside that El Dorado.
Never.
No pizza grease getting in that car.
So you got a Cadillac from us, which is great at Gold Coast. And it's great to have you as a customer, aside from being friends and whatever. Mm-hmm. But what do you think about the Cadillac you drive?
I tell you, I've had a lot of different cars.
Yeah.
I've had Buicks, I've had Lincolns, I've had Jeeps, but I love this car. I love the ride. There's so much. I can't even explain. The computer system in this car is totally amazing. Everything you need is there, and the comfort. My wife loves it.
Yeah.
My family loves it, and it's probably one of the best cars I've ever.
Well, you're a big guy.
Big guy, but I love it. Comfortable, lots of room, lots of leg room, and it's the way to go.
Well, to me, that's the most important thing, And look, we didn't come here today for any other reason other than to visit Louie and Ernie's. But in this neighborhood, if you drive around, I guarantee you 1/3 of every car you see is Cadillac.
That's
so
right.
You'll see the stuff you're driving, but you'll also see some of those. If you go, the Country Club's right across the parkway here from Pelham Bay. You go over there, you'll see some of those in perfect shape. El Dorado Baritzas, Coupe de Ville, Sedan de Villes. You'll even see a couple of Sevilles right over in Country Club over there. In fact, when we had the car show that you were at a couple weeks ago.
Orchard Beach Car Show, yeah.
Right. A lot of those guys, and even...
Oh, your car show.
Our car show,
yeah.
And I know they have one over at Orchard Beach, but at our car show down in Jersey, a lot of the guys that from the Verrazano Club, they have chapters up here and out on Long Island. And a lot of guys from up here came down there with their Cadillac. Bronx.
I tell you what, I went to your show, was it 2 weeks ago?
Yep.
And I have never seen so many pristine Cadillacs all in one place. And they range from 1950s
Yep.
till a couple of years ago.
How'd you like the ambulance?
The Ghostbusters ambulance was unbelievable, but my all-time favorite of the show. And then I found out afterwards that the favorite car that I loved in the show won Best in Show.
Is that the brown Eldorado?
Yeah, the brown and like dark brown, beige,
The two-tone,
Eldorado,
yeah.
two-tone. Incredible car.
You know,
Incredible car.
I walked around, and I know a lot of the guys there because they're in and out. They do a lot of shows for us here and there. But when I saw that car, the detail. I mean, even the headlamps and the tail lamps have little Cadillac emblems built right into the lamps themselves, which I thought was amazing.
Right.
And then you go way back. They actually, back in the day, in the 50s, you used to have to open the tail lamp to put gas in the car.
Right, you're right.
That goes back before my time. But when I saw that, I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, you actually flip the tail lamp over, you put the nozzle in, and you fill the car up. But gorgeous cars. We had 160 entrants for that show.
Incredible cars. I took so many pictures. I've got them all on my phone. I'm just showing everybody. So getting back to my car, I got to tell you, you know what really wowed me about my car?
What's that?
I opened up the door of my car, and right on the big label, right on the inside of the car, this car was made in the state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
Because I know that everything was done here with that car.
American-made car.
American-made car.
And Cadillac is, I mean, I got to tell you, they're increasing their market share.
Oh, you can see it on the road. They're everywhere.
Yeah. And it's not, I feel bad saying this, but, for business purposes, happy at the same time. It's not our grandfather's Cadillac anymore. You don't see those big sedan DeVilles like you used to see. They build an efficient car, but usually more powerful than its competition. And you can see that in the XC5 you're driving.
Oh yeah.
And it handles great. They're in the SUV business, and starting in 2022, they're starting the whole electric intro of all their vehicles. By 2025, they intend to be building nothing but electric vehicles. So
Get ready for that, folks.
it's a foreign science for me too.
Yeah.
But I'm learning as I go along because I don't want to become a dinosaur before my time.
Well, speaking of efficiency with the cars, I just took a trip upstate, my first long trip on the car since I got it from you. And I reset the miles per gallon on the car.
Yeah.
And you're not going to believe what I got mileage-wise. And I took a picture of it and showed my brother-in-law, who's a big car guy. I got anywhere between 36 and 38 miles per gallon.
Wow.
Which is amazing.
Now you are driving in the right lane at 48 miles an hour all the way there,
No,
right?
I was driving, 60, 65 miles an hour, doing the speed. I'm not a speed breaker.
Yep.
I know how those cops are upstate. I
Yeah.
can't tickets anymore. So I roll right. But 38, 37 miles per gallon is unbelievable.
Oh yeah. Phenomenal.
And people don't believe that today. They think, I want to go with the foreign job. They're great. No way, no how. Now I know why I came back to an American-made car and why I came back to Cadillac.
Awesome. So one of the things I want to just bring up is, I know this place was voted the #1 pizza place in all New York by the New Yorkers. You were the guy who came down with the award and all that. But one of the things I would like to try to do, if we can, as time moves forward, is go to some of the best Italian places in New York. You and I.
Let's do a pizza tour. I love it.
I'd love to. But if this is the best, which I know it is, I want to find out who is number 2.
I think we should hit every borough, a couple of towns in New Jersey.
Sure.
Maybe go down the shore. There's a lot of good pizzerias down the shore. I have tons of them in Brooklyn.
If I start to gain weight, you'll tell me?
Oh, yeah. If you notice, I'm not eating. You notice. That's going to be later. I'm going to have a whole ton ready first. But we have pizza. We have pizza first. But before the pizza, You got to have a little fried galama.
Sure.
Maybe some,
But I gotta show New Yorkers. This is how we eat pizza.
Yeah, you don't see any forks
There's
here
no
on the
forks
table.
and knives on the table. This is how we eat pizza.
Right.
Just like this.
No forks, no knives, like our knucklehead mayor. We eat it like this. We
This is
fold
how
it
you
and we eat it.
fold it, you eat it. And if you want more, you go get another one, you fold that and eat it too. That's it. That's how we eat pizza.
That's how you do it.
Now I got a buddy, and I'm going to mention this. Buddy named Russell's part of the Verrazano Club. He opened up a pizza place down in Mattawa, New Jersey called Ladonna's. Okay, if you can't make it here, go there. But when he sees this, he's going to go bananas. He's going to want to know why he's not number one.
Oh, really?
I'm going to drag him up here one day, and I'm going to make him eat lunch here, so that he knows what needs to happen. Now he's far enough away, but he knows what the pizza should be.
I got to try the place in Mattawa too now. Now I got to go.
Good spot.
Yeah.
One of the things that they do here is they put garlic salt down on the base of the oven.
Mm-hmm.
So when they lay the pizza dough over it, it works its way up through. So you get you really and thin crust like a good New Yorker would like. None of that this stuff. Not like a cake.
Right.
This is a pizza. Right. So as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't get better than this. Outside the New York area, I've lived in Boston, I've lived in Chicago, I've lived in Florida.
And they all have their own style pizza.
They do. They don't have this. That I can tell you they definitely don't have. So let's definitely do the pizza tour. I'd love to do it. I'll work with you and your people.
We'll even get some Cadillac guys to show up.
We could definitely do that. We're going to have to talk to them in advance about behaving.
Yeah.
It's the Verrazano
So those
Club.
guys could get a little out of hand.
Well, they'll eat a lot more than we do, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But we'll definitely do that. I'm looking forward to it, and whatever works, we'll start the pizza tour.
And don't forget, guys, if you're in the market for your next new Cadillac, tell them where to go.
You got to go to GoldCoastCadillac.com. You can ask for me.
That's right.
And my cell phone number is 845-568-7336. A lot of people would never do that because they're afraid of getting lots and lots of calls.
You don't even have my cell phone number.
I don't, that's right, but you do call me, though.
I do call you, but you don't have my number. But you have his number. Listen, everybody, do what I did. Your next Cadillac is waiting for you right now. Get to GoldCoastCadillac.com. Amazing cars on incredible Escalades, sedan DeVilles, the XT4, 5, 6 models. They're all there, and they all got your name on it. And trust me, once you go Cadillac, you ain't going back, baby.
And if you want to look at the inventory online before you give me a call, just go to GoldCoastCadillac.com. You'll find our inventory there. We're the #1 dealer in the Northeast, and we also won Dealer of the Year last year. Not only will you find the right car, we'll take care of you price-wise, but you'll be treated like kings and queens when you come there. That's what we do. And I'm from this neighborhood, so if you're coming from around here, you got to call me, okay? Me, Louie Ernie's Pizza, and listen to Joe Causi on CBS Radio.
Hey, forget about it.
So we came down here today, Joe and I, to have some pizza at Louie Ernie's, and I would be remiss if I didn't ask Johnny from Louie Ernie's, one of the owners here, just to tell us how the place came to be. I know I grew up in this neighborhood. I've been coming here forever. But long before I came here, I think Ernie moved the place from Harlem to here. Is that right?
Correct. From First Avenue in Pleasant.
Okay.
He was down there. Then they moved up here in '59, and it's been here since then.
When did you and Cosmo start?
We took over in 1987.
Wow. Were you working here before?
I was working as a kid. I was 13, and just as a dish boy, and I took it over when I was 20 years old.
That's a lot of pizza.
That's a lot of pizza.
A lot of
years
also.
and a lot of pizza.
Yeah.
I was telling Joe before, the only time when I was a kid, I'm 59, so when I was 5, 6, 7 years old, I learned the horses because the only time we got pizza, because I was a poor kid from this neighborhood, right? My grandfather, if he wanted OTB on Sundays, we'd come up here. Well, I was from Quincy Avenue, over by Meridian, right?
Yes.
We'd come right over here right after he won. We'd pick up 3 or 4 large pies and we'd head back to the house. The only time we ever had pizza. We loved it. This was the only place we would ever come. And then my wife grew up. I was born at Crosby, right over here. My wife was on Zula Avenue, Pelham Bay. And then later on, when I was 19 years old, I started dating my wife. You got to try this place, Louie Ernie's. I said, are you kidding me?
I know this place already.
Yeah, he missed him, a little kid. A little kid. The place is always. When are you guys not busy?
Bad weather and stuff like that don't kill us because we don't do the delivery service and anything like that.
Yeah.
It's a steady business. It's always paced here. Can't complain about it.
Joe, what do you think?
First time I was here was a year ago. I was here, and blown away. And I eat pizza all over the place, except for Domino's. That's you know what I mean. But
I gotta do one thing though.
Yeah.
One thing. So my partner, Joe's Italian.
okay.
Joe Serra lives out in Detroit. Okay. Joe is the principal and owner of our corporation, which has about 50 car dealerships. He is a pizza fanatic, pizza mogul. He swears that his place out in Detroit makes the best pizza in the world. So we got to figure out a way of sending a pie to him from here. I'm not sure how we do it.
Fly it down. Sinatra used to do that.
I gotta get him Louie Ernie's pizza. And I gotta get it out there. And what I want to do is I want to take a Louie Ernie's T-shirt, put it in with the pizza on top, and send it out somehow, some way. I'm gonna look up how to do that. I'm gonna talk to you and Causi next week.
But the way their pies are a little different. They got the thicker pizza too.
That's cake. That isn't pizza.
How long does it take to drive to Detroit?
I would probably say at least 10, 12 hours, right?
10, 12 hours. So if you get
What are you doing for the next 3 days? Anything?
get a nice Escalade, put a little oven in the back, you know?
We'll get it done.
It's definitely the water, you know?
Oh, actually, the water.
It's definitely the water.
I always say it's whatever chemicals they put in the water, whatever they treat it with. Because you can't.
It's that. Their sauce is good. And the way they use the garlic, believe me, makes a big difference. But, folks, if you want pizza, I don't care where you are in the 5 boroughs, you got to go to my hometown here in Pelham Bay, Bronx, Country Club area. Louie Ernie's Pizza. Joe can tell you himself.
Check it out. They were voted #1 in the tri-state area.
We're talking about #1 in the town known for pizza all over the world.
That's right.
There's 3 things people know about wherever you go in this world. They know where the Bronx is.
Right.
They know we make the best pizza in the world.
And the New York Yankees.
And the New York Yankees, I got to make it 4 things. And Louie Ernie's Pizza.
Right.
I'm not kidding you. My wife and I were in Hawaii 3 weeks ago for a dealer trip. We were dealer of the year. We're in the Maunalani Hotel, a place you know.
Right.
We're sitting by the pool, and over comes this family with a 7-year-old son with a Louie Ernie's T-shirt on. The blue one with the white letter, same one I got. I was like, where are you folks from? They were from Delaware.
Wow.
So they were visiting family here in the Bronx, and their family said, we're going to take you to the best pizza place in New York. They brought him here, and they bought a T-shirt. The kid was wearing it in Hawaii.
It's all about brand. It's all about brand.
Free advertising.
Absolutely. Johnny,
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Joe,
As
great
always.
to see you, buddy. All right.
I'll be coming in till the day I die. And by the way, let me know my 3 pies are ready. My wife's going to kill me.
They're probably ready now already.
All right. Thanks, Johnny.